Hey y'all, welcome back to Large Family Homestead. My name is Brooke, and today we're going to talk about a plant that I feel like should be in more home gardens, and that is Moringa, or also known as the miracle tree. There are multiple benefits to growing Moringa in your garden. We're not going to get into all of them today. We'll just say that they're very nutrient-dense trees. They also have a lot of benefits for your soil and garden in general as well. So today we're going to talk about some of my top planting and starting tips for growing Moringa or the miracle tree in your garden. The first thing, if you guys are starting these from seed, is you're going to want to soak your Moringa seeds in warm water for 12 to 24 hours before planting. Very important, guys. These shells do have a hard outer shell, and this is going to help speed up germination. If you guys are planning on growing these in containers, you're going to want to start with, now obviously if you guys are starting these in seed trays, that's fine. But when you're starting them in pots, you're going to want to start with something that's at least 3 to 5 gallons with deep drainage holes to accommodate the taproot. When and if you guys are planting these by seed, you're going to want to plant them with the wings flat or pointed sideways. It's going to sprout naturally either way you guys do it. If you are planting multiple trees in the ground, if you just want leaf production, and you guys are going to have to do your own research and decide how much you guys want your trees to grow. So if you just want leaf production, you can space them 8 to 12 inches apart in rows. If you want full trees that have like seed pods, that kind of stuff, you're going to want to place them 6 to 10 feet apart. Moringa loves to have 6 to 8 plus hours of direct sunlight daily. So we're looking for spots with full sun. These are very heat tolerant crops, okay? So they're going to thrive in hot climates, normally anywhere from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We're in Texas, we're in Garden Zone AB. The trees are going to love it here. Obviously, they're not going to survive winter here, but they are definitely going to enjoy summers here. You're going to want to protect plants from any temperatures below 50 degrees. Hard frost will kill the top growth. But if your roots are established, they may actually resprout in spring. So cold climate growers should keep Moringa in pots or overwintering indoors. So if you guys have a greenhouse, this would be a great thing to use your greenhouse for. You can leave them in pots and grow them in pots and then just move them into your greenhouse when it starts to get cold. Keep them trimmed down. If you guys are in a really warm climate that doesn't really get hard frost, you guys may be able to just protect them outside. Or let the top growth die and let the roots come back on their own every year. As far as watering goes for these plants, you're going to want to water thoroughly and deeply right after planting. Then you just want to keep the soil barely moist until they germinate, okay? Once they're established, they're drought tolerant. So you want to at least allow the top 1 to 2 inches of your soil dry out completely between waterings. Over watering is going to be your number one killer here, because I know that a lot of people are like, oh, they're dry, I need to water them again. These plants are extremely heat resistant and drought tolerant, okay? So overwatering them is going to be your number one killer. So you really want to let that at least 1 to 2 top of that soil completely dry out before watering again. I'm going to give you all this one as a little pro tip, but when your plant reaches about 2 to 3 feet tall, cut or pinch off the main central growing tip. The reason for doing this is if you don't, your Moringa is going to grow into a tall, skinny pole, which is not necessarily a problem, but it's the way, if you prune it and you pinch off that main branch, what's going to happen is it's going to do a lot of horizontal branching, right? Which is going to make it into a bushier tree, and it's going to have a lot more leaf production within reach than way up high. You can harvest as soon as 60 to 90 days after planting once the plant is well established. So all that'll be available at that time is just young leaves, but that is when you can do your first harvest. As far as harvesting methods go, you can strip off the leaflets off the stem or clip the entire branch. Regular harvesting will actually encourage new growth, so I do encourage you guys to be harvesting from your Moringa plants and not just let them grow. Even if you were just growing them for the soil or the, garden benefits, the soil benefits, the shade benefits, right? I still do encourage you guys to be harvesting off of these if you want them to continue to grow and continue to get bigger. If you all enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up, we would appreciate it. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments because we are happy to answer. And if you're not already, make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.